I find it so crazy because I was gonna wait till I reach home to kind of do this video. Honestly, I was gonna do a whole B-roll, make it look nice and everything, but it's like I had this pit feeling in my stomach that like kind of would not go away. And in my head, I kind of knew, I'm like, no, Lord, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I reach home because I wanted to, I wanted to do the B-roll, me making my coffee and everything. I was gonna record this video outside. But it's this feeling that would not go away, and I feel like he wanted me to get this out now because honestly, this message just came to me out of the blue. I'm here at work, I'm planning, my videos that I kind of want to record because I want to be able to post every day. So I had this idea of style of videos that I'll be able to post every day. I want to at least, do my makeup or look presentable for camera. Right now, I'm at work, and so you guys are just seeing me raw. But like I said, I just had this message to kind of on my stomach, and me talking about it now is so crazy the way God communicates and lets you know things, because I realized when I'm doing like a test run of the things I want to say, I started to feel a bit of that feeling being eased away, and then now it's doing the same thing. When I had stopped, the feeling came back. But anyways, you can see from the title, what I really wanted to talk about is the fact that we leave things to God. We just say, oh, just leave it to God. And I feel like honestly at this time we kind of take that so seriously. I wanted to say God isn't really a candy bar that we can shake your candy anytime that we want. He's not our Godfather that will just wish us or be at our beck and call for every wish that we want. He is our Father, our Heavenly Father at that. I feel that we should treat him with respect and not like a fool. And the reason why I'm saying like, okay, we take leaving it to God so seriously is because it's true. We just say leave it to God and then we just let it be. But I feel like now, or not even now, instead of that, we need to be showing God that we are actually serious about this. Like, if this is something that we want, when we go to God and we request certain things, we need to show that we are able to sustain that if he gives it to us. Whatever blessings he may send our way, we need to be able to show that, okay, we can sustain this, we can maintain it, we are mature enough to handle something like such. Like, we're not just praying for something and then going back in bed and just sleeping off and then literally forget about it for weeks or so. We need to show that we are intentional, like I said, that we can handle these things that God sends our way. And then we get upset when we don't receive certain things, and I feel like that kind of discourages us sometimes. So we also have to keep in mind that God is so much higher. Like, he understands us. He understands everything, like every decision, every step that we make, every direction that we go in, he already knows the outcome. So I feel like a lot of times we need to remind ourselves that if we don't receive something, it's for a great reason. And we need to understand, if we had the full picture, we would understand why. If we had the full picture, we'd be like, oh, okay, God, I understand why you didn't give that to me. Okay, God, I understand why you made me wait this long. If we had the full picture, we would understand. But because we don't have the full picture, we get frustrated when God don't give us the things that we want or desire in the time frame that we kind of want them. But it's like, honestly, if you guys understand or realize how much God probably goes through, probably the stress that he faces dealing with all of our people, like, it's so crazy. But we need to remind ourselves, like I said, that he knows all. He knows every outcome already. So there's only two reasons why we wouldn't receive something right away. Either because it's not the time for it, or actually three reasons. Either it's not the time for it, it's not what our higher self, the person he's calling us to be, is not what they want or what they need, or we just simply can't handle it. Or yeah, we just simply can't handle it. Other reasons, we be requesting certain things that may deter us honestly in the long run, and he wants to keep us on the same path. Not the same path, but the right path. And some of the things that we're requesting, he already knows, like, hey, I understand that you want this, but that's gonna cause you in the end, like 3 years down the line, that relationship, that guy that you want, 3 years down the line, he's gonna do such and such, you're gonna be brokenhearted. You may, question me like, oh, why you let this happen, da da da. But hey, I didn't want to let this happen, but you chose to ignore me. You chose to go date this person. You chose to not ask if this is actually the person for you. You chose to decide to be with someone that's unequally yoked, that doesn't even believe in the same things that you believe in. You decided to go outside of my permission, outside of my rules, outside of my... You decided to go outside of him. You decided to do things on your own. And then think it's the right thing. I get it. We're all emotional, and then down the line, when it doesn't go the way that you want, or you end up hurt, you come back to him. He's like, yeah, I know. That's why I didn't want to give it to you. That's why I said it wasn't time. But you forced it. You pushed it. We need to realize that the person that we serve, if we actually do recognize his strength and his power, remember that he is our Heavenly Father. He sees all. We need to be faithful. Faith is the whole point of faith is believing in the things not seen. With trusting in him would bring so much peace. Because if we just learn to trust in him and trust in his ways, trust in his methods, we wouldn't be so frustrated without receiving certain things, or it just would be so much more peaceful. And I get it. Sometimes we get mad at God. Maybe, we need to talk to him like, hey, why you let me go through this, or why you did this, or whatever the case may be. I understand we're all humans. We have emotions. We'll be frustrated at times. But we need to be patient. I just feel like honestly, this whole thing is just coming so natural to me. It honestly feels so great to talk about. And I had to learn this a hard way about not being intentional, or showing that we want to receive these things, or showing that we can handle these things. I struggle a little bit too, like where I prayed for certain things and just let it be, just forgot about it. Like I did not show that I was serious. And I'm not saying he's gonna leave you stranded. No, God is never gonna leave you stranded. He's going to be there every step of the way. Sometimes you may not see him, but he's there. And there's gonna come a point in time whereas you take that step that he's been wanting you to take, so he can go further into giving you what you need, and you would realize he's been there all along. He's been in your corner. He's just been waiting for you to make that step, waiting for you to make that decision. You're praying so hard about getting over a guy and healing, but you still answer that man every text. You still decide to go outside when he tell you I'm outside to go talk. You still decide to look back at y'all pictures and reminisce on the memories that y'all had. You still decide to give him every step with every chance. Decide on therapy. Decide maybe he'll change his time. You still decide to believe that guy, even if he's telling the truth. Some people are only meant in your life for a certain period of time. If God is telling you to let someone go, you need to trust on that. But we are so hooked onto certain people because we dated these people without asking God for permission, or not even permission, asking God, or coming to God first if this is the person for us. And so when we get so emotionally tangled to these people, it's so much harder. But if you had just listened, even after the breakup, if you had listened, when God said to leave that person alone, you wouldn't be where you are right now. It sucks that it takes us going through things to reconnect with God, or find God again, or start to believe in him, or start to trust him more. It sucks that that's the case, but I guess we're all human. We're all set in our certain ways. We can't really, change that. But I hope with this message, I don't know, maybe you took some things away, or maybe this was your sign for certain things. And I'm probably using relationship a lot because it's what I was going through, so it's kind of speaking to my personal experience. But I hope you do take something from this video. And like I said, this is so raw and uncut because I wanted it to be so, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing, but I'll probably just post this as is because this is the rawest you're probably, not the rawest they're gonna get from me, but this is just straight raw and uncut. I'm literally at work right now. Okay, I'm in my office. I'm supposed to be at the front desk. I'm at work right now, and I just had to because it was this pit feeling that it would not go away. It really wouldn't, but yeah, I hope you guys learned something, took something away from this, and I feel so much better getting this out. It's so crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video, and yeah, I look forward to continuing to grow on this whole challenge with you too. But yeah.